The iPhone 6 and Samsung Galaxy S5 specs get spelled out by analyst. A Sony-Xperia smartphone with no bezels gets leaked in photos. And for a moment, imagine Sundar-Pichai as Microsoft's possible CEO. I'm Jaime Rivera, and at the same time, please imagine me for a moment as a multi-billion-dollar philanthropist. This is Pocketnow Daily. Let's start today off with some official news, as Pebble has just announced the availability of their App Store for the Pebble smartwatch. And this is really cool. You now have anything from 1,000 titles to choose from to take advantage of your smartwatch in different ways. And this is great. Obviously, this is just a work in progress. There is more to come, but the biggest problem is that obviously the first generation Pebble doesn't have enough memory to load a lot of these apps, but the Pebble Steel could be a solution for you still. If you want this on Android, you will have to wait. It's only available for iOS. And that was it for the official news. Now let's talk about all the rumors. We have more leaks of the HTC M8. You remember that we talked about it a couple of days ago, where we learned that apparently we were not getting any hardware keys on this phone. We were getting soft keys, which was really interesting as a departure from HTC's design language. Now we get the first leaked photographs of what those soft keys are going to look like. Obviously, this comes from Tipster Ev Leaks, which gives it a lot of credibility, so stay tuned. HTC is changing. Now, an even more interesting leak is the fact that we get this photograph of a Sony phone that has very close to no bezels. This was very famous on the Sony Xperia ZL, the fact that the frame was very small, but then Sony kind of lost that edge and then they went to bigger bezels on the rest of their lineup. So we are expecting to see something interesting, hopefully at MWC, that brings us a smartwatch with very little bezels. We know that Sony is famous for their design, so let's see if this phone was real. Obviously, all we have is a blurry photo with the Sony UI in a blurry way. Now, even though Bloomberg claims that the Microsoft CEO that's going to be named is internal and the best candidate is Satya Nadella, we also have the New York Times and the Wall Street Journal that are saying that Microsoft has not reached a decision. But now we get some other conflicting and trusted source leaks that say that Sundar Pichai is one of the biggest candidates, though we know that he is the big deal at Google right now with Chrome and Android. And we do see this making sense. I mean, Sundar has done a fantastic job in consumerizing Chrome and making it extremely affordable and popular, aside from Android as well, so let's see how that goes. And finally, for the very hot and interesting news of the day, we get analysts already predicting and pretty much laying down flat the specifications that we can expect for the iPhone 6 and the Galaxy S5. On one hand, the iPhone 6 is, as we expected, two phones, one being a 5.5-inch phablet and the other one being a 4.7-inch phone with interesting specifications. The usual links in the description for full details, there are a lot. And then we have the Galaxy S5, where we're expecting a 5.25-inch 2K display on this smartphone as well. This is going to be an interesting battle. 2014 is going to be one of the hottest battles because obviously iPhones are gaining more popularity again. So that leads me to the question of the day. What are you looking forward to this 2014? iPhone 6 or Galaxy S5? If you had to pick from either of these, I know that there are other options in the market, but from these two, which one? In my particular case, since I have to carry two phones, I probably just will. But leave us a comment down below. And friends, you know the drill. If you want to get the news earlier before this video is filmed, make sure you follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. You can also follow me on Twitter, Jaime_Rivera. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I am Jaime Rivera. Thank you very much for watching. We will see you tomorrow.